Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajeem. Bismillahir-rahmanir-rahim. Assalamu alaikum students. How are you all? I hope you all are fine and safe at your home place or residence where you live. Inshallah. Ameen. This is your history geography recorded class of class 7 and I'm your teacher Ms. Sobia Naz from the Smart Schools for Sayyid Ahmad Khan campuses and Johar campus. Today we will discuss your chapter, The Decline and the Reawakening of the Muslims. Before starting discussion, as you all know that I discuss some of the important things regarding your recorded video, always in all the videos, almost in all the videos. What you have to do, you have to watch all your recorded videos that we are uploaded or the videos that I am going to upload, because it will be helpful for you, because we are not having this interaction with each other within school now. So most of the time you are not cleared with the topics. What you have to do, you have to watch a recorded video so that you can easily understand the chapter and the topics that are included in your chapters. So students, do watch your recorded videos. Let's start explanation of this chapter. Students, listen to the explanation carefully so that you can easily understand each and everything in the included in the chapter. Your first heading is the decline of the Muslims. The 19th century was the time of the rise of the European powers and the decline of the Muslim. यानी 19th century में जो है मुस्लिम्स का डिक्लाइन शुरू हुआ और यूरोपियन पावर बढ़ा. Muslim throughout the Asia and Europe, in Eastern Europe, the Ottoman Empire of the Turks. ठीक है, Ottoman empires of the Turk was slowly losing ground. और फिर जो है इन्होंने आहिस्ता आहिस्ता जो है वो ग्राउंड लूज करना शुरू किया, समझ लीजिए कमज़ोर होना शुरू किया. Persia and Egypt too gradually came under Western domination. और फिर पर्शिया और इजिप्ट जो वेस्टर्न डोमिनेशन में आना शुरू किया. India was already under British control at that time and France had gained control of the Maghreb states. Morocco, Algeria and Tunisia, the Muslim countries on the East African coast, Southeast Asia and the Arabian Peninsula were also under, और फिर ये भी यूरोपियन रूल में आए. These countries were either rich in resources such as Persia, the subcontinent Southeast Asia and the East of Africa, or politically strategic like Egypt and Turkey. Hence the Western power wanted to control them. Western power ने कंट्रोल करना चाहती थी, तो although जो कि रिच थे, क्योंकि बहुत ज़्यादा जो है रिसोर्सेज में ये रिच थे. Thus, after centuries of successful rule, the Muslim states were going into a decline. और फिर भी बहुत अच्छे सक्सेसफुल रूल के बाद जो है वो मुस्लिम रूल और मुस्लिम स्टेट्स जो है वो डिक्लाइन होना शुरू हुआ, which enables the rising Western nations to overpower them. और ये आपको पता है, this is the thing, all the time this happens. Then when one person or one nation or one state or one power started declining, the other will automatically raises up and overcome with the power. The chase for worldly power and loss of focus were the main causes for decline. ठीक है, यानी क्या रीजंस थे? वर्ल्डली पावर और लॉस ऑफ फोकस, यानी फोकस लूज करते जा रहे थे ये अपना of the Muslim states. The ruler became increasingly despotic, with only followed in the footsteps of the rulers. Education and the quest for knowledge, which had been made them dynamic and successful previously, जो कि यानी नॉलेज के हासिल करने का एक जज्बा और एजुकेशन का जो था वो था सक्सेसफुली प्रीवियसली, जो ये इनका वो था पॉइंट ऑफ कंसर्न, वर नॉट गिवन द सेम इम्पोर्टेंस एट द टाइम ऑफ डिक्लाइन. उनका डिक्लाइन जो है वो दे आर नॉट गिविंग द सेम इम्पोर्टेंस टू दैट. एज अ रिजल्ट द ग्रोथ and development of these people slowed down to an alarming extent. Politically, there were rivalries and corruption which weakened the states. ठीक है, यानी पॉलिटिकली क्या सिचुएशंस थी, रेवलरीज थी और करप्शंस थी जिन्होंने इनको कमज़ोर किया, making them dependent on the Europeans who had grown stronger as a result of their education, industry and increasing wealth. The Industrial Revolution in the West also made it rich and powerful. जो इनका इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन था वो उसने इनके लिए बहुत ज़्यादा जो है पॉजिटिव सिचुएशंस क्रिएट की, इनको पावरफुल किया. By the end of 19th century, the Muslim world was completely dominated by Europe. फिर 19th century के एंड में the Muslim were dominated by the European, which gradually colonized these countries. However, the common Muslim people gained an important insight as a result of political revolution in Europe, became aware of their rights. Then they started aware of their rights. Although Islam itself guarantees human rights in the best possible way, these aspects have been overshadowed by despotic rule and harsh regime, both Muslims and non-Muslims. Slowly, Muslims began to awake. Then, what happened? Some of them acquired worthwhile education. A number of important personalities emerged on the scene as leaders. Now we will discuss your next heading, that is the reawakening of Islam. Through this map you can easily see the areas through which Islam started reawakening again. Islam reached its peak in northern India under the Mughals. But even at the height of their power, the Mughals were a minority. यानी वो जब अपने पावर की इंतहा पे थे, at that time they were also in minority, outnumbered by Hindus by 5 or 6 to 1. Many of the Mughals emperors were devout and dedicated Muslims, though there were many nobles and ordinary people who were not so strict. इतने strict नहीं थे. Many abuses began to creep in. As we all know that under the last great Mughal emperor Aurangzeb and other orthodox Muslims, the empire was brought to edge of bankruptcy. यानी फिर वो bankrupt की situation आई by the almost 50 years of continuous wars. After Aurangzeb's death in 1707, there was a success of emperor who looked for little but their own pleasure. यानी चाहे स्मॉल अमाउंट हो लेकिन वो अपनी प्लेजर के लिए जो है वो उन्होंने सोचना शुरू किया. And by the beginning of the 18th century, the European were increasingly exerting their influence. और उनका फिर influence जो है Europeans का वो वहाँ कम होना शुरू हुआ. The Muslims of the subcontinent weakened as a community. लेकिन जो मुस्लिम सबकॉन्टिनेंट के थे, सबकॉन्टिनेंट के मुस्लिम्स थे, they are starting weakened as the community as a result of ineffective leadership and frequent fighting. यानी बहुत ज़्यादा आपस में जो है वो सिचुएशन वर्स थी कि they are not working as a team in as well as against the Sikhs and Marathas. This allowed the French and finally the British to gradually take over almost the entire country, but there were also some wise and sensible people who realized the importance of unity. लेकिन इन सब के बावजूद जो है कुछ ऐसे लोग भी थे, they started think about the unity because they are wise and they are well educated and they are understood that without having unity we cannot achieve anything. Education and common purpose of for the Muslims. There were religious figures like Shah Waliullah and other mystic Sufi saints. Each of these leaders called on their fellow Muslims to arise and become aware and active to develop into a strong and finally independent community. The madrasas and maktabs as the basic center of Islamic learning played a major role. As you all know that nowadays there is a thing we can call that most of the Muslim will not believe madrasas, but at that time the role of madrasas were really very effective for the Muslims. Ulema, as the scholars were known, advocated a return to Quranic principles to reform society. Now, students, let's discuss your next heading, that is of Shah Waliullah. शाह वलीउल्लाह was born into a strict religion family, यानी बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट फैमिली में वो पैदा हुए. His father being a teacher at a madrasa in Delhi, वलीउल्लाह was educated here, और उनके ही फादर के मदरसे में वो उन्होंने तालीम हासिल की. And later went on to study in Makkah. What did he feel after his return? The people of the subcontinent did not understand the Quranic teachings because they were in Arabic, a language that they didn't know. यानी उनको नहीं आती थी. Obviously, this is the thing. How did Waliullah solve this problem? He translated the Quran into Persian, which was then understood by most of the educated people. His sons later translated it into Urdu, और फिर इनके बच्चों ने इसको इनके बेटों ने इनको उर्दू में ट्रांसलेट किया कुरान को. Discussing the teachings of Shah Waliullah, why did he want to reform in the society? क्यों चाहते थे वो सोसाइटी में रिफॉर्म्स? How did he do it? He wanted the Muslim to regain their lost glory, यानी जो जाहिर सी बात अपनी अहमियत वहाँ खो चुके थे, and to understand the teachings of Islam. He advised equality between the rich and poor, fair distribution of wealth, discouraging dishonesty, peasants and workmen to be given fair wages, यानी जो मेहनत कर रहा है उसको उसके हिस्से का मिले प्रॉपर. फेयर प्राइजेस टू बी चार्ज बाय द मर्चेंट्स, और मर्चेंट से बिल्कुल सही प्राइजेस चार्ज की जाए हर चीज़ की. ओबीडियंस टू द लॉज ऑफ द कुरान, ही शोड पीपल द वे टू रिटर्न टू द प्योरिटी ऑफ देयर फेथ. नाउ द नेक्स्ट हेडिंग इज सैयद अहमद शहीद. While Waliullah was thinker, Sayyid Ahmad was a man of action. उन्होंने अपनी सोच के ज़रिए किया था. ही इज़ अ प्रैक्टिसमैन. ठीक है. ही डिड एवरीथिंग विद. Islam seemed under even a strong attack as the Sikhs had taken over Punjab as much of what later became the Northwestern Frontier Province and WFP. British influence and religion were punishing in from the east and south. Sayyid Ahmad Shah was educated at Waliullah's old madrasa. He then joined the Pathan army, especially studying the use of European artillery. First, he went to Delhi, where he gained many followers of his ideas about jihad or holy war. In 1821, he went to Makkah for Hajj and stayed there for 1.5 years. He returned to India to recapture the Muslims ruled Punjab and NWFP, as we have discussed. Mention the detail, or we can say it now, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. But he was opposed by the people because he imposed taxes on those whose land he had reconquered so as to pay for his large army. The people opposed him because they had never before been asked to pay taxes. ऐसी बात है. They will feel, why did Sayyid Ahmad's movement fail? The campaign were not organized because his army did not comprise of soldiers, lack of money, differences of opinion among his men. I hope you all are clear with the topic really well. That is considered to be understanding for your chapter. Kindly students, do watch your recorded videos till your next recorded video class. I hope you all will be fine, inshallah. Take care. Thank you. Allah.